three.
Okay, well today is June 25th, 2015, and I'm interviewing my mom, and I have just a few questions for you. The first one is, what's your name?
Helen Stiliotis Harris.
Oh, and did you have a middle name?
Aspasia.
Aspasia, beautiful name. Okay, and what was your birthday?
August 2nd, 1929.
Okay, and wanted to ask you, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Mount Lebanon since I was 2 years old.
Is that Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Okay.
Born in Wilkes-Barre, PA.
Oh, okay. And how many brothers and sisters did you have?
I had one brother and two sisters older than me.
Oh, and what were their names?
It was Joy came first, then Emily, then Dean, and then me.
Oh, okay. So you were the youngest.
Mhm.
Okay. And can you tell me anything about your dad? Your memory, a memory of your
Well, he
dad?
died when I was 8, but I remember him taking me on his knee and showing me off to everybody. I felt a great deal of love from him.
And how did he die?
His heart gave out
Oh, okay.
in a hospital.
And what business was your dad in?
We were always in the restaurant business.
Okay. And what was the name of one of his restaurants?
The Rosenbaums and Frank and Cedars.
Were those in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, and we had a couple in Wilkes-Barre, PA.
Oh, wow. Okay. Did you ever work there?
When I got older, I worked there as a cashier.
Oh, okay.
And Rosenbaums.
Okay. Do you know how your mom and dad met?
Yeah, he came over from Greece, and then she came over with her father. He was selling his books, and they met in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, okay. What part of Greece was your dad from?
He was from Karapanisi, way up in the mountains, and she was from Sparta.
Sparta. Okay. Wow, that's pretty neat. Okay, who's been the most important person in your life?
Probably my mother and my husband.
Okay. And what was the happiest moment in your life?
Probably the day I got married.
Okay. How about the saddest?
The day my mother died. And my husband died.
Yeah. Who has had the biggest influence on your life?
Gee, I don't know. I can't. There were so many people.
Just name one of them.
Probably my mother.
Yeah. What's one of the biggest lessons your mom taught you?
She taught me to love people and accept them as they are.
Oh, that's nice. So, what's your ethnic background is?
Well, my parents were both from Greece, and I was born in the States,
Okay.
Wilkes-Barre, PA.
So you're Greek then? your
Oh, I'm a
background,
Greek,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And what's one of the most important lessons you've learned in your life?
Oh, jeez. Try to be kind to each other.
That's a good one. What are you proudest of?
My children.
Good answer. What's your favorite sport?
Oh, baseball.
And who's your favorite team?
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Oh, okay. Okay. How's your life been different than what you imagined it would be like?
Well, I didn't think I'd be a widow.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a widow for 5 years, and I prefer let it not happen, but who am I to say?
That's what happened, yeah. How would you like to be remembered?
As a woman who loved the Lord, loved her family, and did the best she could.
That's sweet. Do you have any regrets?
No, I don't think I have any regrets, really. God's been good to me.
Okay. Now pretend your great-great-grandchildren were listening to this years from now. Is there any wisdom you'd like to pass on to them?
I want to pass on to them that they should trust in the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
And love your neighbor as yourself.
Okay, those are good ones. All right. Let's see here. What's one of your fondest memories about growing up?
Probably the times I spent with my father.
Mm-hmm. What are some of the things you did with your dad?
Well, he was always so good to me and took me on his lap, and get a lot of love from him.
Yeah. Great. Did you have a nickname?
Tootsie.
Tootsie?
Yeah.
Wow, how'd you get that nickname?
A nursemaid named me that.
Oh, a nursemaid.
Named Ann. I was the youngest of four. She was taking care of us, and I think Tootsie Goodbye was popular.
Okay.
And she just named me that.
Oh.
And the kids picked up on it, the older children.
Oh, so what do your nephews and nieces call you?
They call me Aunt Tootsie.
Aunt Tootsie. Wow, that's a good name. All right, let's see here. What advice would you have for young couples who are maybe about to get married or start off in life?
Well, to love and respect each other. If you do that, you got it made.
Okay, that's good advice. What did you do for a living when you...
I was a hospital dietitian.
Okay,
I
and
took dietetics at Penn State.
Penn State.
And I worked at McGee Hospital, and I loved the job.
Okay. So the college you went to was?
Penn State.
Penn State, okay. Can you tell me about your religious beliefs?
Oh, I believe in Jesus Christ. Strongly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Have you ever experienced any miracles?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Do you believe in God?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. When you meet God, what do you want to say to him?
Thank you.
That's sweet. Okay, good. All right. What's the most important thing you learned from life up until now?
To respect yourself and others.
Okay. Tell me about your husband. What was he like?
Well, he was a strong person.
Mm-hmm.
I felt very protected by him.
Mm-hmm.
But he liked his own way, and I learned to live with him. But I missed him when he died, and I hope I'll see him when I get to heaven.
Okay. And his name, what was his full name?
George John Harris.
Okay. And what's your first memory of Dad, your husband?
Well, I went to Carlow College down in Oakland before I transferred to Penn State, and I was waiting for a bus to go home to Mount Lebanon, and he came by with a friend and offered me a ride home, and then invited me to a dance at Pitt. It was 2 months away. Well, I accepted. That started it all.
Wow, he was pretty quick
Yeah.
in the draw there.
But the families knew each other, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
There.
But his mom, he lived in Shadyside, but his aunt and uncle lived in Mount Lebanon.
I see.
So
What did you think of him when you first met him?
I thought he was nice. His hands were all dirty from working at the flower shop.
Was he cute?
Oh, he was good looking, yeah, very nice.
Did he serve in the military?
Yeah, he went off to the service and I joined him, the Army.
Oh, okay. After you were married?
Yeah, Fort Lee, Virginia, he was stationed.
Oh.
And then I've got a job as a dietitian at the local hospital.
Oh. And it's before you had children?
Oh, yeah.
And when were you married?
We were married in 52, I believe.
Yes.
And your children? What are your children's names?
Well, John came first, then Pam, the daughter, and then another daughter, Dana.
Okay, you had 3 children. And you had a nephew that was pretty close to the family.
Michael, because his mother committed suicide, and I was very, very close to him and always have been. I love his wife and his children.
You're the youngest of 4. And Michael's mother was one of your sisters.
Yeah,
Okay. Let me see.
Emily.
Yeah. Okay. What's your favorite card game?
Bridge,
Bridge. And do you ever play solitaire?
all the time.
All the time. Do you usually win when you play?
Oh, I cheat to make sure I win.
Okay. And why do you think you cheat to win?
No, because I put all those cards out on the table. I'm not gonna go to the end.
Yeah, so you don't want to put them away.
Yeah.
It's too much of a bother. I see. And John, you had a question about a baseball game?
Okay, yeah. Some of the sporting events you went with Dad, and he took you to. You want to describe a little bit about the championship fight with Joe Louis?
Oh, yeah. We went to
This was probably in the 50s sometime, right?
Yes, we went to Forbes Field. We sat down, and I asked him to get me a drink or something. He got up, and Joe Louis hit the guy.
Knocked him out.
And then Ted came back. He didn't see anything of it. But he wasn't angry with me because we weren't married yet.
So it was a first round knockout and it was over before it really even started.
Oh,
Right.
my.
And then you had another experience at Forbes Field in 1960.
Yeah, we won the World Series. Mazeroski hit a home run, went around the bases, and we won. And I ended up hugging the man next to me.
You didn't hug, who hugged Dad?
He waited for me to finish. The man next to me.
Okay. So you got to see the 7th game. That's the only game you went to.
Yeah, we had tickets for the last 2 games with good friends of ours from Philly, Harry Hassabus and us. So we said, well, you take the next to the last game because we doubt very much if we'll make the 7th game.
Right.
Well, as it was, we saw the winning game.
So you saw one of the most famous sporting events in
yeah.
Pittsburgh history.
Right.
Wow.
And that was the year the Yankees, when we played the Yankees that year, they would beat us 16-0 and 10-2, and we'd win 4-3.
We won by 1 run.
Right. Yeah,
Wow.
we'd beat them by 1 run, and they would clobber us
Mm.
because they were the Bronx Bombers.
Who would have thought?
And so that must have been a great experience. So can you describe a little bit after the World Series?
Oh,
Did you go into town?
Yeah, we went downtown. We walked all the way from Oakland, all the way down Fifth Avenue into Pittsburgh. Everybody was celebrating. We celebrated with them.
And that was the last time the Pirates had won was in 1925. So
This was 1960.
60, right. So it was 35 years later.
And we haven't won yet.
Well, we did
Yeah.
since then.
Did we?
We won in 71
Oh, I don't know.
and 79, but we haven't won since 79.
Oh, wow.
So, Can you remember any other sporting events? You used to go with Dad to the pit games all the time,
Yeah,
and
we went to the pit games,
and the
pit football,
and basketball.
basketball.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I love sports. My brother was a three-letter man, my brother Dean.
What sports?
Basketball, football, and baseball.
Okay, so that's how you came by your love of
Yeah,
sports, because you
and
used to.
I grew up across the street from a baseball field, and I
Right.
used to line the field for them.
Oh yeah, and didn't you keep score
And I learned to keep score.
for Uncle Dean's teams?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
And who washed their uniform?
and I used to wash their uniform. And the parents used to say to me, "How do you get those stains out?" And I used to knock myself out.
Amazing. Okay, Mom, we'll just finish up here then, and wanted to ask you about where you went on your honeymoon with
We went
Dad.
to Split Rock Lodge
Where was that?
in the Pocono Mountains.
Oh, was it fun?
Yeah, it was very nice. We met some nice people.
Is it pretty there?
Oh, it was gorgeous weather.
Oh, what's
Went
it
for a
look like
week.
there? Is there water? Or
No, it was mostly a lodge and a mountain. It was the mountains.
uh-huh.
And that it was in the fall, right? So you
Yes.
had all the leaves.
Yeah, the leaves were changing. It was beautiful.
What day did you get married?
October 12th.
Like Columbus Day, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
1952.
Yeah,
1952. Oh, okay. Well, that must have been a special day.
it was. It was. It was a nice wedding.
How are the flowers?
Beautiful.
And what did Dad do for a living?
He worked then for IBM.
Okay. And then what did he do after
And
that?
then he left and went to the flower shop.
Oh, in downtown Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
And what was the name of it?
the flower shop.
Yeah.
Paris Floors.
Harris Floors.
On Market and Liberty.
Yeah.
Oh, is it still there?
Oh no, it's long gone.
Oh.
What's there now? I don't know what's there now.
It's basically just an island, a little park.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They didn't put up any stores?
No.
No, they put buildings around it, but not. There's a place where you can sit there.
Oh,
There's a
Yeah.
bus, stop
With
there.
benches.
Yeah, and there's
Oh,
benches
nice.
and yeah. But there's no structure. The whole. It was a triangular
yeah.
block, and so they really couldn't do anything with it. They wanted to leave the roads the way they were, so they just leveled everything and created a park out of it,
Oh,
basically.
sweet.
Yeah.
And where did you go on vacations when you were?
We always went to the beach,
And where was
Jersey
the beach?
Shore,
Oh.
because Amanda was there.
Uh-huh.
Wildwood Crest.
Wildwood Crest. Well, do you remember any of the street names you stayed on?
I think we stayed on Columbine for years.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Preston,
Was it Preston? I don't
Preston.
I remember Columbine.
Columbine, and then East Preston,
know. Really?
when our kids were growing up.
Oh, okay. And did Uncle Harry come and visit?
Oh yeah, he and Dad would get up early and play tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Harry would go up with a beer in his hand.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
And did they like to eat corn on the cob?
Oh yeah, we ate lots of corn on the cob.
Did they ever have a contest?
Oh yeah, I think they did. I think Harry won.
Pam won one year.
Did you?
I won the corn eating
No, you
No.
won the
Olympics.
Olympics, the Beach Olympics,
Yeah,
and we used to have that.
that was crazy.
And quoits, we always played
Oh,
quoits.
quoits.
Yeah.
Don't forget quoits.
Which Brian has them now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we
Pooh
have-
bought those in Atlantic City.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
gave
we-
them to Dad. And we've never been able to find adequate replacements for them
No.
because they don't make them like that anymore.
Yeah, they're good and heavy.
Yeah.
They're nice. So, so Wildwood, we used to ride the waves,
Oh,
have ride
definitely.
waving contests.
Yeah, and Dad taught us how to do that.
Catch a wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, catch a wave.
And Pam was the champ.
I was the champ.
That's how she won the gold medal in the beach games.
I beat one of the Hassapis,
Yeah.
Teddy or one
Oh,
of them.
they used to come down, didn't they?
Yeah, the whole family. And Uncle Dean and Aunt Ann and
Yeah,
their
they always went
Yeah.
up to Stone Harbor.
yeah, but they would come once in a while and we'd go on the beach together.
And when we were on our way home, where did we usually go?
Howard Jones's for ice cream.
We did that.
Yeah.
We went to Aunt Zoe's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Aunt Zoe, your sisters.
Yeah.
Right. Because she lived in New York,
Yeah, it was on the way home.
and we split up the trip.
Oh, right.
Because
That
we
was
had to
always-
travel the Pennsylvania Turnpike to go home, and New York was about a little bit, was it?
Less than halfway.
Yeah, it was less than halfway. It was maybe 3 hours,
Yeah.
something like that. And so we'd split up our trip. We usually leave Saturday, stay overnight Saturday, go to church Sunday
Oh,
in New York,
And then come home.
and come home.
Oh, yeah.
Those are great memories.
Yeah, yeah. Well, do you want to tell us any memories you have of your children growing up, Dana? Or I remember once, didn't Dana get lost on the Wildwood
Oh,
Beach?
yeah. She got lost on the beach.
How old was she?
She was only around 2.
How long did it take to find her?
Well, she kept walking. Her back was burnt. And she went up to the lifeguards, and I found her there. Oh, that was a sad day.
Wow.
But it was good when I found her.
Yeah, yeah. And what about John? Do you remember when he fell and got hurt and had a gash? You're just talking.
In
This
the
was at home.
backyard.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
at home, not at the beach.
Michael was they were chasing each other around the living room.
Uh-huh.
And I think you hit yourself on the coffee table.
That was one I remembered. The other one, I had a little plastic lawnmower or something,
Oh, yeah, that was the yard.
and that was in the outside. And I
Yeah.
think that's what it was.
Mhm.
And Michael was chasing me, and there
He
was,
was always chasing you.
and when I fell, I hit something. I don't know if it was the toy or the ground or whatever it was, but I remember going to the doctor and getting stitches.
Oh, yeah. Do you still have marks? No.
No.
That's,
And then did I have a hip problem once?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I remember. I might have been jumping off the swing set,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and I landed
Yeah,
on my
I
hip,
remember that.
and I had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I remember being in the backyard with Yaya, in our backyard, and I had to stay in the chaise lounge.
Yeah.
You know, I had to
I
stay.
remember
I couldn't get up.
I'd forgotten about it.
Yeah. So, did you have any incidents where you got hurt or had to be in the hospital for a while?
Broke my elbow.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I was
Ow.
playing with Marisa or somebody, and they were laying on the ground with their feet up, and I was laying on their feet, and they would push me off, and we would fly in the air.
Oh.
So I flew and landed and broke my elbow.
Oh my.
But one of the main things I remember is driving the orange Audi,
Oh, yeah. And
which
the teacher helped you out. or
yeah,
something.
but I think I stripped the gears,
Yeah.
and I may have crashed the car.
No, you didn't.
Didn't
The
crash it?
teacher helped you out or something.
Teacher
The
helped me.
tennis teacher.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But I remember the orange Audi.
Oh,
Got a
yeah.
lot of abuse as I was learning to drive.
Yeah.
Well, we all learned on it
Yeah.
because none of us knew how to drive a stick, so we all contributed.
And what's the car you drove that you really liked? One of the last cars you owned?
Yeah, it was a
Was it the Mini Cooper?
Mini Cooper, green Mini Cooper.
Yeah, you really liked that one,
Yeah, I
right?
did, and then I got in an accident. And Michael, remember he said, you gotta face up to it, Aunt Tootsie. So I got pretty much money for it though,
Yeah, yeah.
10,000 I think.
Oh, wow, that's good. And what kind of car did Dad drive most of his, for the last?
Mercury's, didn't he, John?
Well, he usually had station wagons. You remember what kind he had?
I think they were Mercury's.
I think they were Volvos.
Yeah, remember that
Oh,
silver
Volvos,
Volvo?
you're right.
Yeah.
He had it for about, 15, 20
Well, he
years?
had two. He had a brown one. The first one was a brown one.
Uh-huh.
And then he got another one in the late 80s. And he had that until he died. So
Wow.
he had that 22 years
Oh, my gosh.
or more.
Wow. Well, before...
And he'd use them at the flower shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd use them for deliveries, and
Yeah,
that's why he had a station wagon, even though,
yeah.
you'd think, you know, he would just have a regular car. That's the reason
Yeah,
why he
yeah.
had a station wagon.
Well, Mom, thanks for this, for going through all this. Is there any final memories or?
No, I
Things
just
you
had
wanna say?
wonderful, three wonderful, wonderful children. And your father was good to me. So I had a good marriage and three great kids. Couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, we want to thank you for being such a loving, kind, generous, special mom.
Thank you.
I love you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for this interview.
All right.
Okay.
You.
So blow a kiss to the camera.
June 26th, 2015.
Is that what it is today?
Okay. Signing off.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine